Hello, everyone. You are tuned into WTF your one-stop channel where we take a look at highlight news and what's up behind the scenes. Please note that content on this channel I got from searching the internet and from social media and are not my own content. As we all know that Donald Trump have stopped all South African funds. So today we'll take a closer look to some clips of what Neil de Beer, former National Security Advisor to Nelson Mandela, and now the founder of the political party UIM, have to say all about this. Please remember, if you like what you see, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. So let's dive in.
Number one, there are more than 140 laws within the Constitution, within the legal framework and on statute in this country that is perceived, which is correctly, race-based laws. That's number one. America frowned upon that. Number two, so Chris, I will build up, but what I'm trying to get up is this was not about land. This whole thing that happened from the US was not sparked off by him signing in this country the land. I'm telling you what was the crescendo that was building up to this massive orchestra piece. One, it was the race-based laws. Second, Donald Trump has previously also attacked our BEE law as being unfair and prejudiced. So BEE. Number three, the fact that South Africa, the almighty South African ANC, went to the International Crime Court and laid a formidable charge of nearly genocide to the point against Israel. Point three. Number four, they go and sign laws, and three of them incumbent, one not, but other two. The Bella Act, again, Afrikaner. Number two, the EWC, the land without compensation. And then the stump at NHI. Can you now see what is the facts that built up to this point where Donald Trump turned around and being whispered, I'm sure, in the ear by Elon Musk by telling him, but by the way, also not that they all make up a stuff up of this trifle, Donald. But when I wanted to bring better internet, better connectivity through Starlink, I was told that I can bring in, but I have to give away a proportion of my company to the unfair race-based BEE. Are they flying in gold embossed jets and staying in lavish castles? I mean, Chris, 1.97 million rand up till book date since being sworn in. That's what now, 6 to 8 or whatever months. Where are they going? I've read the dissection of Gwede Mantashe, who I don't just want to ask him, how do you spend 132,000 rand for 2 nights of accommodation? Wie die hel het jy daar en wat is pitbrein? I mean, 132,000 rand, Chris. 2 nights accommodation. And the rest of it, he's flying around with 1.8 million rands worth of travel. Now, let's make that into a summary. He flies business class and he's got 3 or 4 assistants, God knows why. But 1.9 million, that's a lot of money for that period of time. And then the question is, when Gwede does travel and meets the people, is he awake? What happened in 1 week? And how did this not go into the dustbin for this country? It is a myriad of communication failures, absolute blame on blame, everybody trying to cover their backside, and at the end of the day, no one getting up in this country, as far as I am concerned, rolling up their sleeve, putting on their best suits, and getting the hell to America. Now, when you have a problem, and there is a problem, speed dumping of patheticness of the leadership that we've got in this country. It has been a myriad of ooh and ah and yo and what now? Now, Chris, you've got the DA, you've got the ANC, you've got Ronald Lamola, you've got AfriForum, Solidariteit and Pieter van Welkom. And everybody is sitting there and going, huh? But what they don't understand is that not one person in this country is taking responsibility. They're not taking responsibility. These are bloody adults. These are world leaders that are sitting there, and you've got Donald Trump that sits there. We've had 85,000 people this week speak about everything going wrong, and it's Donald Trump, and he's sitting there with a pen and he's going, damn. If there's going to be a change in this country, it's got to start with clean, very clear leadership with integrity. You know, in other countries, Chris, if something happens that has happened in this country, the people automatically step down. But in this country, the more you do wrong, the more you put grit on your backside, then you stick your glue, never to leave that bloody seat. So I think the time will come when we will stand as South Africans and say to each other, nay, nay. We will not accept that a minister can stand in a position and not removed. And if Cyril wants to do this rejuvenation, like John said, they need a reset. They need a reset within the team. Well, because we need a reset on ethics. We need a reset of integrity. That's why we as citizens must demand that if you take the oath of office of a minister, that immediately every quarter you must go through a process of integrity check. You must be looked at your lifestyle audit. You must open your funding for scrutiny because we are paying you. It's not like you are sitting there and earning money through a dividend on your own backup. So to look at a list like where people allegedly are being said, but you committed fraud, you took money, you mismanaged. This is an indictment on whatever level we have, and therefore I have always asked lifestyle audits and if necessary polygraph. Always look at the people that come in front of the president. I am always astounded that when he walks into a room or he plays golf or he talks about pudding, or even if this guy was just standing there and going, oh, look, cloud. There are people that are always around him that go, it's pathetic. The king is naked. Hierdie koning is kaal. And he stands there, and no matter if he's naked, Chris, the people are clapping and they are laughing at his pathetic stuff. So I must tell you, it is sickening to me, because if you were a real opposition, if you were a real representative of the people of this country, you don't have to smile and laugh at crap jokes. You can put your opinion across strongly and absolutely be a person with a conscience. So Chris, no, I'm not impressed with anybody around him because they court jesters clapping at the naked king. And here's the thing, Chris. I'm not here for the popular vote. I don't seek to be popular. I seek to be just. And it seems that in the GNU, you'd rather be popular and take the bloody right decision for 60 million people. And that sits right here. Jy weet, nadat jy omtrent 6 kilogram geelvet botter gevreet het en biltong, you get that knoppie here. And that's how I felt when I put off sauna. I had to go drink milk of magnesia. In the words of Thabo Mbeki's brother the other day, the African National could not 100% transfer itself to be a working and effective state. But they will not listen. They will not surrender. They will not bow down and admit, even after losing total majority. Going from over 60% at one stage to now a mere 40, but they will still hang on. You failed. You, the ANC, failed because you can't make that transition. You don't have the EQ, you don't have the bloody IQ, and you definitely don't have the AQ. You make no sense. You are bringing this country to its knees. Yes, I'm insulting you now. You killed SAA. You murdered Eskom. You slaughtered Denel. You paralyzed Sanral. You bankrupted Portnet. You killed NSFAS. You destroyed the economy. You screwed up the rand. You buggered up our passports. You killed our image. You took a power-generating supplier of half of the continent. And you want us to compliment you on day 300 of non-load shedding. Jy nou mal. You destroyed the pride of this republic, and you dare to sit there and say that you are governing under the auspices of the rights of the voters. Not mine. Not mine. And then you lame-bashed us with the most unbelievable, boneless, spineless and cowardly leadership that I have seen since I opened a history book in 1982 in high school. Terrific. And this ANC is a cancer. This MK is a cancer. The EFF is a cancer. To the political leaders, grow some balls. Just get some balls. Rugby balle, tennis balle, cricket balle, jou eie balle. Maar groei hulle, man. Get a backbone. Stop being cowards.
Hierdie klein njanja groepies wat sit in Morenpor, vat julle geld elke maand en praat dat hulle die land gaan red. Louter nonsens. Hulle lewe op julle geld. Hulle kon niks stop nie. Julle moet hulle stop. You are the answer.
President Kagame is not a negotiator and a sit-seat president. This man was in the bitter genocide of Rwanda. He was trained as a soldier. So when he puts on camouflage, a beret and takes an AK, then I am sorry, you better take his threats credibly. Because Cyril didn't serve a day carrying a limpet mine, AK, RPG, or a rocket launcher as far as I know. So you're speaking not to a guy that is just the president of a country. When he threatens you with war, he's being in the theater, with respect. So now there is the story and the two things critical about what is happening in the DRC. Just this paragraph where Kagame, just these two, that President Cyril Ramaphosa in a telephone call with President Kagame admitted that it was not M23 soldiers that killed SANDF soldiers, but in actual fact, it was local soldiers. It's there, it's in writing. And secondly, he says that if South Africa does not stop interfering and does not keep out of the current domestic fight, that if this country, South Africa, wants conflict, that Rwanda can accommodate conflict at any moment. In other words, war. 2 months ago, in Parliament and in discussion, the members of the SANDF and Defence said that they are under budget, they are cut, and they are coming to the point being non-effective.
So here's a couple of declarations. Ons sê aan mekaar genoeg is genoeg. Wanneer is genoeg? South Africans are very good at making a tragedy an event. Ons kom by mekaar. Ons staan op trokke en bakkies. Ons praat van verzet, ons praat van opstaan, ons praat van verenig, ons is bloedrooie onder die kalk, ons staan in ons kakie en ons sê, môre, vat ons land terug en dan wat gebeur? Boggerel! Maar ons was daar, ons was by Senekal, ons was nie net by Senekal 1 nie, ons was by Senekal 2, ons was daar, waar hy seun gesterf is en wat vermoor is, wat uit mekaar uitgesaag is, wat op 'n heining gelos is vir aasvoëls. Ons het gehuil vir 3 dae en Brendan Horner, daai moes die lyn in die sand wees en wragtig, toe doen julle vere. Maar ek is belet om soontoe te kom. Ek is gesê ek is nie welkom nie. Ek het nie gegaan nie. Maar ek het hom nie vergeet nie. Ek het nie elke boer wat doodgaan sy storie net gelos nie. Ons het gehuil. Ons was daar. Ons het verbygery weer stil. But not just the murder on our farms. The 60 to 70 people that are slaughtered today. The women that are raped. The so-called huge action this government would take to stop GBV. To protect our women and children, the most vulnerable, it never came. The reign of Becky Tay. That just didn't stop. The COVID money, that now is just quiet, but 500 billion gone. The Zondo Commission, naming and shaming them. No one went to jail. But we spent 1.3 billion, 3 years, to find them. Cyril Ramaphosa sitting there and saying that the ANC is accused number 1. Admitting state capture took place, and one of the biggest suspects, Jacob Gelishletle Zuma, now the 3rd largest party in this country. In 91, an overwhelming majority of white South Africans voted, not just me, to let this ANC govern. Gaan kyk 'n bietjie. It was a white referendum. If you can remember, I was there. Only white people could vote. And it was a simple question. Place ons as of move on, and 60% said move on. Well, we had freedom. They let Mandela go. Now let me tell you about Mandela. Because I had the privilege. Mandela is probably the last ANC person in this country that wanted reconciliation. Nelson Mandela was probably the last person that listened to the people of both sides, to white and black. Nelson Mandela decided to save the Springbok, decided to walk onto that field in 95 with Francois' jersey, and people in that stadium, I was there, started to scream, Nelson, Nelson. Ons het daai koeldrank, Donnersville, gesit en syp, and me. Yes, I did so. You can blame me, I don't care. Nelson Mandela was the man. Terrorist, complotveerder, I don't care, it was Mandela. That was probably the best only reason that we did have no bloodshed. It's a fact, go look. Daar was nie bloed nie. En dit was nie wit bloed nie. Dit was Xhosa en Zulu bloed. It was Xhosa and Zulu blood. IFP, ANC murdered each other, not white people. Come now. Fact. Truth. Waarheid. But we needed Madiba. We needed more Mandelas. Because after him, like in the Lion King movie, the hyenas under the auspices of a lion, because it was a lion, Scar, that led the revolt to kick all the other lions out. Met ander woorde, treason. I called this meeting tonight for anybody that will listen, because I have reached a tipping point. I have been in politics, I have fought inside and out. And I haven't stopped, I haven't gone back to my family, I haven't gone back to my business. I am living a life of service now. Do you think we get money? No. But it's not about money anymore. Yes, it's important. But what is more important tonight is that no matter if people are going to say, but I can't speak like that, because I'm a politician, I represent a political party, I am this and I am that, and I is, hoor gou vir my se gat. Het julle my nou mooi gehoor? Charge me. Charge me, jail me. I don't care, because tonight I am in the most unbelievable light. I serve the highest president. I serve the highest leader in the world. I serve God. If you want to get this fight to change this country, we will have to unite. We will have to stop this racism. We will have to go and absolutely repent and put the past behind us. We will have to talk. We will have to have that debate that we never had. And that is a straight debate. Wie's jy, wie's ek, waar is ons, waartoe gaan ons, en wanneer gaan ons? That debate was never given. They called it the TRC. What a lot of rubbish. We never got to the fact of reconciliation. We failed. This country between black and white, colored and Indian, we never got an opportunity to say sorry. To say that we each made mistakes, but that we forgive each other. A flag went up and a flag went down, and we thought that this country can sort itself out. We've tried for 30 years now. 30 jaar het ons nou probeer. The most unbelievable country in history that delivered some of the most powerful entities on earth failed. I'll get to that now. But after 30 years, this ANC of today is not the ANC of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, Govan Mbeki, Walter Sisulu. It is a shocking shadow of what it was. And that's why I left it. That's why I left. I left 4 years ago, factually, as a member. Because not in my name. Nie in my naam nie.
Well, there we have it out of the horse's mouth. Please tell us what you think in the comments below. That all from WTF. Till next time, goodbye.